scrapings around
Hello,
here.
everybody.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back to The Witcher.
Any way he requests. New customers
We are off to report back to Regis.
Very,
Runnable or horseable distance.
if you watched our previous episode, very important update on the cheesecake. So we've checked it. It's been about an hour since it came out of the oven. It is still very warm, so it needs to cool down kind of significantly more. But it's looking good. The middle has sunk down appropriately. It's gotten a nice, like, crispy burnt top because it's a burnt bust cheesecake. It's looking promising. It just needs to cool down. And so, yeah.
It's currently
Sir Geralt, you knew no
8:40 p.m. And Izzo has to go home at a time when, you know, she
When I'm
can
not exhausted.
confidently drive.
I was just running, using my feet. I
Yeah.
might use...
Do what you want.
Yeah, so that's... But I will have
That's
cheesecake
it,
before we
Roach.
go. Before I go.
So we decided that if they're not completely cool by the time that Izzo has to go, we'll just decimate one of them.
The
No
matcha one.
consequences accepted here. We're just going to destroy it.
The matcha one because we think you're not going to like it.
Yeah. I'm really curious. What are your feelings out there, people of the internet, on matcha as a flavour, as in powdered green tea? I find it tastes quite seaweedy.
Yeah, for me it tastes... I like it. You don't like it. To me it tastes earthy. Fuck. Am I meant to be... Yeah? Report back to Regis. Is he... Down? Is it down?
I think, yeah, keep going.
Like around?
Ooh.
This doesn't seem right, does it?
No, I think the... Oh, grief. Okay, you've done a loop.
I've
so
done a
that's
loop.
fine. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Regis, it's been like a year since we've talked to you.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humour. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Yeah. Helpful creatures, ravens.
Yeah.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
Yes, he was very mysterious about that.
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Well, obviously
Dangerous?
for us.
Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
He can
That
turn into
makes two of
smoke
us.
too, so
But
like...
worry not. I've thought it through
Can't just
very
put him in a
thoroughly.
cage.
Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshan Mutna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Okay.
Creepers.
Let's do it. Let's go. Because this bottom one is obviously... I want to go do some other shit.
Yeah,
This, I think will take us here.
Yeah, let's go.
Teshan Mutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshan Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Sorry, I was making faces during that because they were like Kagmar had to be stopped. So a torture chamber. Like I feel like there's a step in between stopping someone in a torture chamber.
Yep.
Just called jail. Like
Yes. Yeah.
what?
See no reason to dawdle. Teshan Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell.
Oh, poor Raven.
One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshan Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
Why couldn't
And
he
you're
wait
starting to scare me.
till we were there to do that?
Yeah.
Like if we have to travel there's a number of things where we could get stabbed along the way and he'll just be like rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
And what happened to Kagmar is the other question.
I think that's a very good question. We've got tea friends, by the way, if you hear sipping. That's us on drinking our
Yes.
tea.
Azza has elderberry and echinacea.
It's very
and I
good.
have
We have
ginger
arrived.
and peppermint.
The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead.
Keep our eyeballs on him.
Is there already a dead person?
Great. Good.
Great, that's a
good
great
start.
start. And he's covered in blood.
Cool, 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 cool.
Scurvers. Must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
We thought you would be the danger friend, but that's cool. There's always
Once
other
again,
dangers.
he could have just taken that potion after we
Beyond
chained him up.
this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new.
Is it your dick?
Now,
Oh!
to open it.
We need to sort our beard out.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests.
We want...
The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Make sure you
Checking
loot all the
mechanisms. A
things.
vampire hideout.
Just took some
Fortified,
cat.
secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
Regis is just fucked off.
It
He
shall
is.
always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other.
Human husbandry and care?
We saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
Oh, jeepers. Okay. The most important aspect of raising human livestock is to provide the herd with conditions that, on the one hand, guarantee their survival, but, on the other hand, do not extend too far beyond the minimum needed for that survival. It should be borne in mind that people are creatures bestowed with great intelligence, or rather cunning, and instincts that allow them to gain as much possible from their environment. In terms of husbandry, this means humans will always try to obtain more than we give them. It is recommended, therefore, to provide each individual with a place to sleep, a meal twice a day, and permanent access to water. These conditions, which might seem overly luxurious to some, ensure the optimal production of high-quality hemoglobin. More details on diet in later chapters. Also essential is access to air, without which humans die within minutes. There is no need to be concerned about the ability for human livestock to multiply in the conditions described above. If they are ensured a minimal existence and male and females are mixed, they will copulate irrespective of whether they are in captivity or not. It is worth mentioning here that there is a school of thought that suggests treating human livestock with greater freedom and care, including providing them with better quality fodder and a certain degree of freedom. This allegedly ensures a greater amount of favourable elements in the blood and makes it tastier. However, it is worth mentioning that this method of husbandry is much more difficult and requires emotional bonding techniques, which will be discussed in the following chapters.
Free-range humans!
Yeah.
Tastier.
The author observed humans, their behaviour, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Is he fucking off again? All right.
Can you be a deer to me, and when he talks, turn toward... Oh, I think that was the
This
gear.
place.
Oh.
There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Turn which
Yes.
way to him?
Turn towards him when he's
Great many
talking,
beings
so that
have
it's
breathed
loud
their
enough for
last
people
here.
to hear, if they're not reading the screen. Do you want to try? Do you want to look at that gear and see if we can put it
Cliffs
on
are
right now?
carved into
I don't want to put it on, but I'll have a look. Hang
Why
on.
not?
Because we got good gear.
I mean, this is better
Is
potentially.
it?
Look at it's an increase.
Hang on, compare L2.
And killing, it's 3 bonuses. Killing opponents restores vitality. The amount of vitality restored equals 1% of the maximum vitality for each element of the set worn. Right, so if you've got 3 pieces on, it restores, presumably. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I think until we have 3 sets, we probably wouldn't want to, and you would want to think about what we're changing out, because we've got 3 and 3, I think, at the moment. Don't we?
Yes, so we want to keep 3 of our Witcher gear.
Yes, because we've got 3. That's Griffin. That's Rando. That is Griffin. That is Griffin. That is... It's all Griffin. Interesting. Okay, so we can drop out a few of them, because we only need 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck. What the heck?
Where did it go? Did you drop it?
Did I?
I don't know.
Huh. Let's just see if I dropped that.
rock. Coated with blood used to be.
What
It
the
means
heck?
something?
Where is it gone?
No. What have I done? What have I done here? No, surely it's just there.
It's there now.
Is that the one?
No,
it's Iris.
Iris, yeah.
Okay, equip. That's what I thought. Anyway, and have I got the right other one on?
I believe so.
Griffin. Great.
I think actually we had the Viper one on, didn't we?
I think we had the Griffin on.
Did we? Maybe have a look at the Viper and see... Oh, shrug.
Truck.
Symbols of, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Ooh.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Oh, yeah.
Though I
wanna read it.
personally did not lay a hand to it.
So this is battery cage versus free-range humans. In recent decades, many of us have come to believe that much more effective way of obtaining good quality human blood than hunting individuals is their systematic controlled husbandry. Apart from the obvious advantages such as being able to control what the flock eats and the ability to crossbreed specific individuals to obtain offspring with the best hemoglobin, another clear advantage to breeding human flocks is that domesticated humans held in confinement, as opposed to those in their natural habitat, i.e. villages and towns, become less aggressive and therefore less troublesome. When it comes to farming humans, the various schools, of which two seem to have gained the widest acceptance in recent times, namely battery cage and free-range husbandry. This thesis describes in detail the advantages and disadvantages, as well as the methods of carrying out each type of breeding. As an introduction, it is worth mentioning the basic differences between both types. Battery cage human husbandry, described very accurately and in detail in the book Human Husbandry, is the placing of several male and female individuals in closed, restricted space, with permanent access to air, food and water. This form of breeding differs from free-range in that the flock is not permitted to leave the breeding area and is held captive the entirety of their lives. Free-range, on the other hand, involves leaving the flock in its natural habitat or creating a habitat that simulates it closely, i.e. creating villages, more on which can be found in the chapter Human Villages Establishing and Growing Herd, and then making the herd psychologically or physically dependent on its owner. The most effective method for making a human individual dependent is guaranteeing its safety and permanent access to high-quality feed. It is worth adding that a human that trusts its owner does not feel fear and does not defend itself when having its blood drunk, which limits the production of noradrenaline and cortisol, which have a negative impact on the taste of the blood. Furthermore, it may happen that a domesticated free-range human may feel a certain pleasure when its owner drinks its blood, more likely associated with sexual tension, which causes an intensification in the blood's flavour.
There you go.
Cells? Who for?
I'm looking for some, but
Disgraceful. Excruciating.
that's a handshake
This particular
over there.
page from our history.
If you look at it
I'd
from
rather
high.
not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
I just want to touch it, but I'm waiting for him to shut up. Just looking. Right. Do we want to touch? He's not actually saying anything.
Okay, cool. We got a couple more pieces of that
And
gear.
this one?
We did.
Which tribe's this?
Garasham. My tribe, and Deadloves. We both remained in this part of the world.
Yes.
We're just looting these corpses right in front of him. Okay, so we got a sword and
boots.
which aren't as good as ours.
No. But we've got the chest from before, we got the pants, and we got...
I think we got like a mask or something.
You're right, we did get a mask.
Where is that? Is
It's
it
a little bit
considered
creepy.
part of the armor? Or
Don't know. Is it just for funsies? Where's our our glasses? Under which section is that?
shrug?
This one?
Oh, there we go. There's the mask. Oh, cool. So that's one part of the set.
Does that count? Can I just put that on now?
Yeah.
That.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yay or nay? I don't want it.
How many? Okay, so hang on. In terms of sets, so we've got 4 over here and 2 weapons.
Yes.
So there's a total of 6.
Mm-hmm.
So if we our annoying part right now is that we'd have to take the iris off
No.
in order to have 3 and 3.
No, we wouldn't, because this mask counts as 1.
If we don't want to have the mask.
If we don't want to have the mask on. Correct. Yes. Yes, you're correct. I don't think I want the mask.
I don't really want the mask either. It's quite creepy.
Okay, shall we just leave it for now? I'm quite happy with what we're wearing, but we may...
I was really looking forward to
Oh,
Can you at
were
least
you?
put it on so we can see what
Okay.
it looks like? Because I was really looking forward to us getting a new set.
Oh, okay. I didn't
And
realize.
we've had it for so long.
There you go.
Oh, look at how cool we look. That's fucking badass.
Okay, so do we have our other sword? Is that our griffin sword? No, fuck. Because if we had our griffin steel sword, we could still have 3 pieces of griffin.
Yeah.
So for the meanwhile, I think we should leave one of our griffin things on. Maybe the chest looks pretty good. Actually, those boots look...
Maybe change the boots because our boots are better.
And then once we get another piece of something rather, we can swap it out.
Yeah.
Like a sword. Once we get the fucking boots. Whatever, you know what I mean.
And if you hover over one piece of the new set for a second, so we get 2% vitality restoration right now. That's great. So actually we'll only get 6% if we had.
It's not great.
It's not a lot. Just out of curiosity, is the sword better than ours? I don't necessarily want us to put it on. I'm just curious. No.
It's steel though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we could replace the steel sword and have 3 and 3.
Yeah, but this is the thing, is that we'd have to take off the iris,
Yeah,
which has special powers all of its own.
true. So I can chuck on the mask right now and we'll have 3 and 3.
Look, I think we should stay with what you've got, because we'll still be able to see. The mask is just, I don't want to be like missing out on Geralt's expressions.
Oh, and we will. Transcript of a conversation with a lower being.
Okay, transcript of a conversation between Master Ezekiel Hildegard and a human being. EH, who are you? Let's do both voices.
Okay, I'll be human being, shall I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you?
My name is Alex Biscont.
Why is all your skin trembling?
I'm scared, sir.
You're scared? I don't understand.
You don't know what fear is, sir?
No, I have mastered your language, yet some concepts are beyond me. What is fear?
It is a feeling that destroys every other feeling. It controls your head and your heart.
What do you mean? I thought it was a kind of pain. I have carried out tests on my laboratory on people, and discovered that a mother, subject to appropriate stimuli, is able to forget about her child and think only about how to avoid pain. So fear would be similar to pain.
No, pain rules the body, but fear is born in the heart.
Oh, yes. What you say is very interesting. I think I will have to examine your heart in the laboratory.
What do you mean, examine?
I mean examine, take it out and subject it to proper examination.
But sir, that would kill me.
Yes, your mortality is a great inconvenience, but it was not me who created your species, and I am not responsible for its excessive frailty. The conversation was carried out in human language, and such it was written down. The transcription does not need translating.
I'm not responsible for your frailty. Don't blame me.
This one. Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Detlef's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Just don't blame me that you're so squishy.
Never mind that that's the person actively murdering them.
Yeah.
Charming place.
May have missed a loot box.
What are
back
all those
there.
cages for?
Oh, we look so
Mentioned
cool.
one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also
awful.
kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
It makes me think about this,
Place
So
the
where did
bait
you-
at the tunnel entrances.
where did we come from?
Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
Somewhere
I
we
think
drop
how these
down.
tunnels got
Maybe
here.
up there.
Send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted.
You thought I missed something?
I thought there was. Yeah.
No, I looked. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. Hey, good call.
Just because I knew we were looking for stuff.
What was I going to say there? It makes me think about some of the conversations around AI and how some of the danger there. Hang on, let me just enhance cat. Some of the danger there is that AI simply doesn't have the same goals or understanding that we do, right? I'm no expert, it's just this kind of my understanding of what the... Oh shit, what's happening here?
Maybe you need to blow that stuff out of the way.
Yeah. Nice. Now what? Yes. Kind of the classic, like our goals are just incompatible with an ant's goals, right? It's not that we're evil or sometimes we all are, but
3 done. 1 left. Think this'll work?
we
I
simply
certainly
want and need
hope
different
so.
things.
Yeah.
Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
I'm just going to finish my thought before I place this down. Want and need different things. It kind of makes me think about the classic The Matrix, right? Where AI was like, great, humans are batteries. So they're harmful to humans, but not because they're evil, but they simply have different needs and have, you know, they place different meanings on things, like different meanings on a human body than we do. Again, not my argument, but something I was listening to around AI. And it makes me think of the vampires coming along and seeing humans as livestock, and they have different meanings, and like we do the same things to animals, right? Which is why they talk making the parallel between free range and stuff. But yeah, just interesting to think about how.
Yeah, and if you think about kind of a completely different sort of cultures, sort of orders of values and stuff, right?
Yeah.
From their perspective, they weren't being evil. They were just like, oh, here's a lower life form. I can do what I want with it because I'm a higher life form, and that's how the logic of our culture works.
Yeah.
I don't know. But where is the responsibility around taking a moment and being like, actually, these are sentient and sapient beings? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
But not everyone feels that way, and that's fine too, you know, like,
yeah.
because that's not set in stone. It's something that you have to reckon with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really stoked that we've got this outfit on. We look really
This'll
cool.
hold. Doesn't look like anything special.
I told you, Kagmar thrashed about inside it for over 2 centuries. Appearances can be deceiving.
You sure it hasn't deteriorated since then, though?
Bait
Yeah.
set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
He's placing a
Kinda
lot
thought
of
you wouldn't
trust
want to.
on us.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
And how do we end that when you're done? Once we've got your blood, do we just remove all the...
The baddies?
Yeah, what
Like,
happens?
We must
soak
hurry.
the floor?
The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head has started spinning.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the
Got
end
the
phase
blood.
of this.
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
How are we gonna get his blood if he's up in the air?
I guess we kill the things, he goes feral, we bring him down and take the blood.
Okay, sure.
Be my guess.
Yeah. This is cool. I'm enjoying this quest.
Yeah.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Come in here,
Don't
friends.
know. calm you down. Somehow.
Don't throw a bomb.
Please, Geralt. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
What type of monsters are these?
Regis has smelled the blood.
There's... What does it say? I can't
They
remember.
look like necrophages, don't they?
They do. Let's just go with that. Fuck it.
It's somewhere down the bottom. I found it before.
Nice.
Oh, we look so cool. Thank you for putting that on.
Sorry. Scurvers? Is that what it says? It says scurver.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we've got
Whoa,
something
there's
else
a big
going on.
vampire. Fuck.
Ooh, hey, we're a bit
Hanging
fucked.
in there.
We're a bit fucked.
It grows.
Whee!
Oh, nice. Nicely done.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
Cool. We've clearly clumped them up. It's going okay. Whoa! I think that one exploded.
All rot fiends are in the mix as well.
Okay, cool.
Oh, his bloodlust is at max.
Okay, so what now? Kill monsters until he... Is he going to tell?
I think he's...
Doing the thing? Yeah, okay, nice.
Now what do we fucking do? Ah, this is so ridiculous.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Will we? Okay, cool.
Why do we want to let him out when he is a monster?
Yeah, we don't want to let him out. We want to take his blood, right?
Yeah.
We certainly don't want to let him out. Take his blood.
Take his blood.
Take his blood. No. We should have agreed on a safe word. Oh yeah, blood. Okay, great. He could completely bite us through that. Insane.
Yeah. His heat could easily fit through.
Need to hang
the
on a
head.
little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
I'm just gonna
We're just
meditate
gonna
through
have
it.
a nap while
Great.
poor Regis is
Yeah, fair enough.
like
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
Depending on how damp this cave was, potentially that blood wouldn't dry that fast.
yeah.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Do bones hang together like that?
No, they don't. Good
Cool.
point.
Any better?
They need ligaments to stay
Far from
together.
ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me,
Yes, you
We
did.
need not discuss it.
but we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture,
What would you have done?
found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Now the thing here is, Geralt said that, but he would do that. He would do that for Ciri.
Yeah, he would.
He would subject himself to an enormous amount of pain.
Yeah, he absolutely would.
Resonance, it's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
So they're trying to reform. What are they trying to do?
Create something that leads them to him? Is that right? To the like a locator, right?
I honestly can't remember. I thought they were trying to like reform him out of the hand, but maybe not.
I don't recall.
We're obviously imbibing it.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. What did he put in his mouth?
I thought it was a cup or something. Maybe was this the first guy that was killed?
Yes, the one we found, right? In the...
Oh.
Oh.
Did he do that on purpose? So someone gave him a card and it freaked him out. It only had like 2 words on it, eh?
And then he... So, was it something he felt compelled to do then? Oh.
Yeah, seems like it. Seems like he regretted it.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall
didn't
join you
mention
later
the
if it's no
card.
trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Didn't have an option to, though, did we?
Unusually unobservant of Geralt. A level up. Points. 5 points available. That's a lot of points.
Ooh, that's a lot of points. I might leave it to your...
Not now, Geralt.
See if we can remember next time we play.
You like doing it.
I do like doing it. Well, that was all very interesting.
It was great. I might take us to the town anyway.
Yeah.
Just while I think of it, the AOA conversation before also applies to, say, aliens, right?
Okay, yes. Expand.
Imagine if there were some sort of sentient alien creature that sort of
had a completely different value structure to ours.
Totally,
Yeah.
and saw us as completely different beings and perhaps didn't think we were particularly intelligent, you know.
Yeah.
May not have as much care as we would like towards us. Anyway, just while I thought of that. Hey, I think maybe that's a good place to leave it, eh?
Well, what's the time? Because you have to be... Let's just talk to this kid because we've got to spend another 10 minutes before we can open the cheesecake.
Oh. Friends, you get extra playtime because we want cheesecake.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
It literally is daytime.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Sounds
Leave him
ingenious
alone.
to me.
Just who the spit are you?
I'm a fucking badass.
Ooh, I might say I'm his father.
Not your concern.
Not your concern.
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
Yep. Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no. No northern sheep dittler insults us.
Did we insult them?
We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet.
Hopefully we
Get
can
him.
punch them rather than... Yeah, okay.
How I will break your
assuming I
legs,
can't.
vagrant.
No.
Get him to help.
Circle him!
I do, you know.
Blood! Blood!
Blood.
This lady's just like standing nearby and screaming like, why don't you just leave?
Yeah.
No one's punching you.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
They did.
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men. What are they doing?
What were they doing? I had a misunderstanding.
Well, I want to say the top one.
All right.
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
Yeah, that's what you get for like trying to beat up a kid and then beating up on someone else.
Even if he's throwing shit.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
It's not why we're here.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
Oh, he's gonna fucking charge us for it.
Sure, whatever.
My boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
That type of round seat would probably be quite uncomfortable.
I imagine you're right.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
Sure.
How much?
Let's say...
Oh,
500 crowns.
That's not modest.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
Well,
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
I kind of want to give him the money.
I don't want to give him 500.
What would
but
you negotiate, though?
Let's negotiate.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
Okay, I want to give him
Way
a
less than
sweet
that.
spot. Maybe like 200. What do you think about that? 250? 300?
Yeah.
310.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
He's only semi-annoyed, though.
This little shit. That's a lot of money.
It is. It is a lot of money. Let's do 370.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
He's not going to talk.
We've never failed at a haggle before. I don't actually know
never.
what happens.
I don't know either.
Ah, see? I knew we'd clinch it.
Fine.
Should
Guess I can agree to that.
Oh, well.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. Earn piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
So could your
Thank you.
face.
Perhaps later.
All right. What do you reckon?
Should we leave it
Handled
there?
that kid pretty well.
Leave it there.
Finding the right...
Cool.
Kids in fiction are always fucking annoying.
Here again?
Yeah. That kid fucking swindled us.
Yeah, for sure he did. I'm mad for Geralt, but I'm also not mad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. He's got a plan for his
He's
money.
a mover and a shaker.
Yeah.
All right, team. Well, that was great to have a chunk of storyline. Got to cage up one of our friends and drive him
Mad with blood.
Yeah.
So
Now we're
don't
gonna have some cheesecake.
I was gonna say don't cage your friends unless they want you to.
Yeah, consensual caging.
And we'll catch you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh no.
I mean, it was consensual caging.
It was consensual caging. You're completely right.